Hello there everyone and welcome back to Factorio. The copper system, which we will go look at before we go off on our little adventure, is up and running. I set up a buffer system so that we can have a nice big batch of that in stock in spite of the fact that I don't have it hooked up to the factory system anymore. But that's not what we're going to do right away today. First things, we got to get rid of this base and secure this front line here. We got to get these guys away from here, and that's got to be our base, our base edge. Much more defensible, and it'll afford me the ability to expand a lot in the future, which is something I'm going to want to do. So let's go see what kind of trouble we are in from this base. I've loaded with a few more cannon shells and more machine gun ammo. Let's see, where is it? We're just about there. We got some spitters. We got a lot. Oh, we only got 2 spawners? Okay, that's not so bad. Let's get rid of the spitter spawner first. Okay, go, go, go. Let's just take them all out and lure them over to my... Oh boy, that's big. Those are big guys, aren't they? This is why I need to pull them back, is so that I have better security. We're going to run turrets out, or sorry, not turrets, but uh-oh, these are, oh crap, we're stuck, we're stuck, we're stuck. Go, 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 go. No, no, no. Not my tank. Ooh, that was close. That was close. But there's just worms left there now. Hold still, tank. Need you fixed. See, the other thing we're going to need is eventually roboports and construction robots out at that border up there. Okay, let's see if we can take out these worms now. They should be in range shortly. Let's see, a little further. A little further still. Ooh, new scorch marks, I think. There we go. That's 1 down. That's 2 down. And big worms. It's nice to have a way of taking these silly things out. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now we need to make sure we don't have a second one forming in the near future. So let's see, we need a whole bunch more of these big electric poles because we don't have nearly enough to get where we need to go right now. So we'll just park this tank over here for a moment. And we will get trying not to destroy the wall in the process, because we're going to need to run this power line. Yeah, we're going to need to run this one carefully, and we're going to need to be ready to drop turrets at a moment's notice. Good news is we'll be able to recover turrets for, oh, it takes copper plates and steel. Well, we can get steel right here. We'll just raid this line right here. And copper is easily fixed now because we can get a couple stacks of it now out of there. So we can do 5, 10, 20. Let's do 20 of those. Alrighty. And let's get ready to start leapfrogging forward here. Here we go. Onwards and upwards. There. I'm really hoping that these angry biters don't come after me while I'm still trying to get this stretched out to the choke point, which is right here. We are there. How many walls do I have? Tons. Okay. So we have everything we need to start securing this. Okay. All right, so we'll run. Do we have enough for any of these? Yes, we do. So we're going to need medium electric poles to actually power the laser grid here. So let's get a few right here. We got a double thick wall right there because I expect we're going to have some attacks from there. And actually, that may not be the most efficient setup. But that's okay. The important thing is we are going to have a new northwest. A new northwestern perimeter, which we will add some of these gates to. We'll make a nice 3-wide security gate here. Right, I keep forgetting I can do that. 4-wide. 4 is a nice number. All right. Are we winning? If we're killing these guys without actually taking any... Yeah, that could be troublesome, though. So I think we actually need to reorient this. We're actually going to run this wall over here and force them to come straight down into my grid here. And we'll run the corner up here instead so that many more of them are going to be in range when they come down. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Like so. And then the grid will run starting right here. Slight change, but nothing too serious. Okay. Line of turrets right there. Turrets right there. And then we will get rid of all of this extra. Yeah, because by having them come from a narrow space down to a wide space, I'll be able to bring much more firepower to bear on these guys. It seems like a reasonable assumption because, yeah, I'll just have, they'll come around and I will have a nice big wall of turrets that they're just going to run straight down into. Because now I can afford the materials. Finally. Alright, so we'll run those guys right there. And then I would expect the rest of them are going to come in from similar angles. So we will avoid blocking this. We actually don't want that to happen. That's actually not good. So what we need to do is have what I call a security, double-layered security barrier. There we go. Because we're going to be doing a lot of work up in that northern area in the future. And this one will have to be a high tension line. Actually, no, I shouldn't need that. I guess we do. Actually, we'll put that right there. That will be fine. That right there. And then back to the larger grid size. Because we've got to make sure that this coastal area is covered too. All right. It's not all, it's most of my turrets, not all of them, but most of them. But hopefully that will be enough to keep this under control for the foreseeable future. Yeah, that is all my residual laser turrets. But now we have a ton. We have a lot more territory that is I could consider ours to work with. So next step will be this base and exploring south to see what's actually down here. But for now, we could actually start taking out these turrets, because they have indeed served their purpose now. Let's just make sure they're all intact. And maybe I'll do some of this cleanup off camera because we really should get on with the more important stuff of getting science back online and preparing for the next steps of where we're going, wherever that might be. But this is cool. We've concentrated ourselves down to a much more robust border. It's not perfect because it's not disaster proof. Oh boy, that is a lot of pollution out there. Cool. It's a neat continent, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Speaking of looking interesting, he's definitely a character. Alright. A few of these are done, but it's nothing to worry about. Not going to worry about that right now. Just laying out more of my smelting because we're going to move the iron and stuff down here. So if this is going to be my smelting facility, yeah, we got to go get those guys sooner rather than later. That may actually be a project for soon. Doesn't look like a very big base either, does it? Okay. Well, no, we gotta get things back online here. Seriously. So let's get some more smelters going. Oh yeah. We need a lot more iron and a lot more advanced circuits. We're actually going to have to shut down this iron system right here. But first we'll... Okay, what do we need? Brick, stone brick. I think I had some in a box over here, didn't I? Yes, I did. It's enough to make 2. Because I don't have enough copper to make any more. 2. Ran out of steel this time. How funny. Constantly running out of everything here. Get all 4 of those on the go. Good. Okay. So it'll take a few minutes, but we need to figure out our next steps here. Obviously, relocating smelting out of this northern area here will be a top priority so that we can start getting our master smelting lines together. So copper is going to go to these 2. Iron will go to this one and this one, which hasn't been laid out yet. And then steel will be dealt with after the fact. So what we're going to actually want to do is cut this off about here and let it drain, maybe, and get ready to start building the iron system. Oh boy, these are going to take a while. The inventory crafting is so slow of advanced circuits. Yeah, so all we've got is, yeah, iron. Man, these things are just not moving, are they? Because we're not using anything. So we gotta... So those are cut off, so what we could do is redirect the existing conveyor belt down to become part of... Because in case you haven't guessed, none of this is going to stay where it is right now. We just need to get it out of our temporary old home. Okay, well this is going to take ages to craft. So let's just get some more planning done. Let's see, from here, too far. So we need to move that power pole. So all that was powering is that right there. Perfect. Southward. And we'll upgrade these belts later. The important thing is we're starting to get things out of here. Okay, so we will actually, what we will do for the sake of getting this actually somewhat functional is we're going to set up our buffer system here, which will go right here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring, man, just got nothing sitting in my available space right now, because we've got so many of these things being crafted right now. Yeah, heck with it. We'll do that later. Let's get these other important tools online. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tricksy thing. I'm going to bring the iron line down to here to become basically set up the same as the copper buffer. I'm going to merge the old stuff into the new copper buffer. So it's going to have to be a temporary line, so it's going to sneak through right there for now, but that'll eventually be replaced with a new iron ore system. And this will rotate up into here and temporarily override the standard setup, and that can be powered by a single one of these. We'll just temporarily put one of those in. Okay, that'll get our iron system moving a bit better. Now, how many of those extras did I make? I did not make enough. I'll make 5 more for now. We got enough room for 2 more of these to go in. And this is just how we're gonna, this is what we're gonna do to drain our old system out and begin redirecting everything towards the new factory, the better factory, the fancier factory, the factory that will be better in every way than my current one. Get 1 more of those. Where'd all those fast belts I was making go? I guess I didn't make enough of them. Alright, fine. Again, later upgrade. There we go. And into 1 fast splitter, which is coming up right now. Cool. Okay, and there is... I'm going to say, let me see, how did that work? Right, yeah, there we are, load balanced iron. Okay, let's bring the copper. All right, that's got to move. There we go. Just trying to get all of these upgraded, at least to the... Now, I thought I had, I think I have something making those, don't I? Now that I think about it. One reason why the next tier of, what was I going to even say? All right. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now we just need to redirect steel. And then we're going to need to, what we're going to do is we're going to do what I should have done from the beginning of the original, the series right at the beginning, and that is setting up a series of predefined manufacturing facilities. Because this whole area is basically flawed, and its whole design is completely flawed. Some decisions that were made. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a proponent of the central bus design, but I've certainly seen that certain items should be treated like they are a raw material. If you know what I mean. Like gears and copper or electronic circuits of the various types. They just seem to get used everywhere for everything, and I really should just be manufacturing those as a product instead of manufacturing them as a oh yes, and steel too, which I should drain out as well. We'll bring down a temporary yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put steel smelting yet. Actually, you know what? That'll be the first thing we will branch off of the iron line. Let's just get that little detail sorted right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a splitter-based manufacturing system, where this is going to go, that one's going to go under, and splitter is going to redirect everything to a different line. Yeah, we'll just do this for, just do a bit more here, because I just want to make sure this goes in the right place. Where'd it go? Oh, not yet. Wonder how that northern, I haven't seen any attacks on that north border yet. Alright, so that goes there. No, not there. There, yes. And then, no, I had that right the first time, because, yeah, that goes there. Iron can, where's, okay, we'll use the slower belts right now. All right. Okay, so that's some stuff getting damaged up there, but nothing too serious yet. It's being attacked right near the gate area, so that's good to know. I've got more of those. And so this is going to go straight up into the steel smeltery, which is going to be right here. So we'll just put in the first two of those right now. Actually, no, it has to be, if we're going to use this the same way we've done the other ones, go straight into a splitter like that. Alright, and it's going to come back down. No, we need to go up one further, because we need, actually no, it is going to come, you know what, no, that will work just fine. No, it won't. We need to have enough room for the return belt to come under, so it's, let's see, go to there, put that there, turn the corner, and then we want the return belt to come under, out from here. Actually, no, we want it to come out from here so it doesn't have to cross anything. So that will go right there, and then that is where, this is where steel will join the main production. The main bulk area, so this, yes, so this is going to be the main one, so that puts the smelters here and here respectively to begin. Well, we got lots of those already, of course we do. And you're going to unload here and here, here and here, and we might as well push you guys as high up as possible for power consumption reasons. And then it can go there. And then the important thing about this, the reason why we're doing it the way we are, is that we are going to bring this over here. Oops, did I break the power to anything? Yeah, probably. Quite conceivably. I should probably make sure that there's an alternate hookup right there. There we go. So the steel comes in right here. There we are. And okay, that's 3 of the major items built. Right there. And look at that. Steel, iron being rapidly processed out of this system. We're going to clear all these boxes. And then we'll be able to clear these boxes into the system. Because they're acting as a buffer too. Once this is done, which is going to take just a few more minutes. Don't think we've had any attacks down in our new mining outpost, but we will soon, I'm sure. Here goes the train. Choo-choo! Okay. So now that we've got those 2 joined together, now we can power this up. Which will be the first one right there, there, and there. But nothing will come out of those until later. Okay, now for our first... I'm not going to call it a fully expandable because we're expanding up into this area here. But we need somewhere to manufacture 2 very important things. Electronic circuits and iron gear wheels. Iron plate and copper cable. Let's start with, actually, you know what? We could split them. We could do, no, wait, because there's going to be another smeltery right here. So let's not worry about that. Yeah, we'll just bring these along. And we'll set up the factories for, and it's going to go 1 higher than our current one. So right there. Splitter? Do we have any splitters? No. May as well make the fast ones. Even though I know we don't have the... So there's another iron belt right there, because this is going to be gear production. Yeah, that'll go right there. This will go under here and under here. And what's going to happen is we're going to turn this thing 90 degrees and take it down the other side for the next steps. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3 to start. 1, 2, 3. Everything powered by 1. Now, okay, I got to remember this. You're going to make gears. Control right click. Control, no, it's... Okay, that just cleared it. So that's not very helpful. All right, so Alt, Control, right click, Control Shift, right click, Control Shift left, Control Shift left, Control Shift right, Control Shift right, Control Shift left. All right, just a second. This is something I really have been meaning to memorize. So crafting, no, it's in here. Copy entity settings, paste entity settings. Shift right and shift left. Aha! As simple as that. These will get replaced with fast inserters in the near future. But yes, you are looking at the way I had intended. I really wanted to have things set up in the long run. And yes, I know this is looking a little bit like a central, it's a central line, but it's not going to have everything on it. It's just going to have what I call the core things. And And we really do need to have that splitter. We'll just get a couple of regular splitters. Okay, one regular splitter, because apparently we're very low on materials. Wonder where that was. Might have been down at Copper Outpost. Okay, and in you go. There we go. Alright, and then... Now I wonder if I should have actually done that differently. Because you need copper and iron for the next one. For these electronic circuits. No, wait, we need to make copper cables separately, so... No, it's fine. We are okay. Now, it's been 3-2 for this, from what I've read. Not read, but observed. So this will be copper coil, and this will be electronic circuits. Shift, right click, left, left, shift, right click, left. Oh, that is so much nicer. Gods, I can't believe how long I've been doing this the hard way. And then these are clear, which is good news. Come on, break them faster. And actually we can leave that belt right there in place because it is going to be used. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Once I get myself sort of back into... Well, I guess I got everything I need to make fast inserters now, don't I? Okay. We're also going to need another splitter or two. Oh. Of course I put these in the wrong place, didn't I? And this one is actually one over further than it should be. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so this... Let's see, we'll take copper up here. So actually we need to go a little further underground here. Because then we can just branch copper right there. Sure, whatever. It's close enough. 3, 1, 2. The way I wanted it. Copper coil, electronic circuits. Shift right, shift left. And let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's how it had to be set up for this to work, the way I understood it to work. Okay. And then the last ones will pull everything out of here. And we'll need more copper for that to work. And that actually needs to be a splitter, so that's a bit of a problem. Yeah. So we'll just... No, we got to do this differently. We're going to have to take this under, aren't we? Actually, that'll work. I got it. That'll go there. That can go there. Perfecto. All right, and that gives us clean merging of the copper system. Okay, make one of those. And what's going on? Oh yes, this one still needs iron, which means we need those long-armed inserters that are going to pull in iron from the far belt. Fast inserters to unload the near belt. Okay, so let's see. Tunnel, other end of tunnels. You go to there, you go to there. Now then, it's iron that needs to go in there next. Die trees! Death to the trees! And hopefully nothing else. This old line of power can go, since it's just cluttering things up. Okay, we'll just put that back in here. There we go, much better. Okay, another splitter. I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as possible here. And then turning these things around the corner is going to be a real interesting zoo, that's for sure. All right, there's my splitter. So that's going to take iron and put it on this track and this track. And then we're going to need underground here to here, to there, and to there. And then electronic circuits need to be balanced, which we will just use a slow belt for. And we'll make one of those too. So they're going to have to come here to here, and then they can join the party. And you go there. Okay, electronic circuits are now being manufactured. So I think that's all for tonight, guys. I gotta call it, get some rest. So coming up next time, we are going to re-establish our science laboratories. No. Yeah, no, we'll put that right there. Power line right there. Perfect. Because I think, let's see. Yeah, we could put one more batch on there with that setup. Okay. Anyways, as I said, that is going to be all for tonight. We have re-entered the manufacturing realm. We are clearing our system. And in the next episode, we're going to be in the position almost to remove all of this. Ooh, I need to get this reconfigured right here, because I got 2 boxes of ore that need to be, desperately need emptying. Nice. Okay. Well, that's going to take a while to clear. I guess I could help it along a little. I guess it depends how many of these I can get working. Might be nice to get them all working, but actually, I can. There we go. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. It's a quirky belt joining system, but anyways, okay, I digress. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.